All right, you guys, welcome in. This is going to be community chat for retrograde returns. Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, Mercury in its pre-shadow phase. We're going to speak about it all. All right. There's a lot of reviews right now happening. Okay, so we're going to go over which specific planets are in retrograde. Okay. We have here number one, Saturn just was the most recent one that went retrograde on the 13th. All right, today is the 14th, so this stepped in yesterday, early morning. Saturn has all to do with order, structure, discipline, limits, severity, prudence, patience, austerity, seriousness, obstacles, restrictions, constraints, the lack of something, slowness, delays, a father, a grandfather, elders in general. All right, anything that has to do with the state, the government, borders, conservatives, politics, lands, mines, and or real estate. Okay. With Neptunian energy, it's a heavy time of introspection. All right. Reassessment of dreams, ideals, spiritual practices. It is a time to be a bit more vulnerable. Okay. Again, seeing things in a different perspective. Pluto, all right, brings in a sense of destruction, should I say. Okay. Let's see. All right. So it could be a time of potential power struggles. All right. Um, Typically, it has a lot to do with resources. Okay, because it does rule the eighth house. All right. So you can find yourself revisiting past fears or unresolved issues. All right. That could be with partners, personally, professionally. However, all right, it is a time of heightened emotion and a time of transformation as well. All right. Now, Mercury will be going retrograde on the 18th, which is in the next 4 days. Mercury has all to do with the mind, the intellect, thoughts, judgment, understanding, communication, information exchange, something that needs to be mediated. All right. Versatility, eloquence, acumen, the ability to learn, dexterity, agility, flexibility, adaptability. Someone that might be cunning, or there could be some sort of curiosity out there. All right. It involves relatives, especially brothers and sisters, friends, acquaintances. This could have anything to do with documents, letters, contracts, discussions, arguments. All right. There's a big thing about business as well, commerce, education, information, news, rumors. All right. So there's this energy of communication coming through. It could involve transportation. All right. Scientists, writers, editors, journalists, and also having to do with computers. All right. So we're going to get into this reading. I have out here tea leaf. I've got Kipper, the Answer Oracle. What's the tea? And we're going to be using Light Seer Tarot as well as Radiant Right Away. All right. Let's get into it. I'm going to start off with Saturn's energy. That's my main focus and where we're seeing some sort of structure coming in. All right. The most recent, right before Saturn went retrograde, we were in this energy of Neptune going retrograde, which happened on the 4th of July. All right. Pluto's been retrograding for a while now. Let me just go back and see what date Pluto started its retrograde phase. I want to say it was back in May. May the 4th. Okay. And then again, we got Mercury going retrograde on July 18th. So these are 4 planets. Okay. Pluto in the sign of Aquarius, Saturn and Neptune in the sign of Aries, and Mercury being in the sign of Leo. All right. See what's going on. 3 of them are in fire signs. Fire signs. Neptune and Saturn will retrograde back into Pisces. Okay. Pluto will not retrograde back into the sign of Capricorn. It's going to be in the sign of Aquarius. All right. Possibly going to move back probably to like the 2nd or the 1st degree. And Mercury, being in the sign of Leo, I don't believe it retrogrades back into the sign of Cancer. I could be wrong. I will have to check that. Welcome in, goddess of the water. Who's this? Sirhat. Welcome in, baby. All right, you guys. I hope you hear me well. Get into this. I'm going to start off with tea leaves again with this Saturn return focus. All right. Affairs with family. It's lying right out. All right. So the tree, your family tree, being of significance. Affairs with your family, some sort of structure, discipline, authority. All right. In that energy could be reviewed right now. We got happiness and well-being here. All right. Doing something risky here with the tiger. And then plenty of material things. Could have been affecting finances overall or your happiness. All right. There could be a review whether you want to try to do something risky, taking a chance with something. All right. Let's see. Again, father figures being of significance with Saturn's energy being here. Changes in your life with the energy of the moon. We just had a full moon in Capricorn, which is ruled by Saturn, which also Saturn rules over the sign of Aquarius. Okay. So these are the 10th and the 11th houses. 10th house has all to do with your reputation, your public image, your career. Okay. And the 11th house has to do with friendships, communities. All right. How you bond. All right. Basically, has a lot to do with those that you are cooperating with. Welcome in, Sin. All right. Advice from a friend. So there's a major life change coming in. There's an advice from a friend here with the dog barking. And then we have this camel here. Persevere and you will overcome a problem. All right. So somebody might be testing your limits at this time. You could have just heard about some sort of good news here with the ear. All right. Something working out in your favor, possibly. Let's see. There could be an empress here celebrating. Okay. Could it be involving a friend or a family member? Doesn't matter. All right. 7 of Swords, 9 of Swords. Heavy on the Aquarius and Gemini energy here. There could have been some sort of deception. All right. There could be a lot of arguments with Mars and Gemini energy. All right. Looks like something ends up turning around in your favor or wish fulfillment happening here. Piscean energy, Gemini energy, typically at a square. All right. So there could have been a little slight tension there, whether you were going to have to deal with, something emotionally and or mentally. Let's get into it. Affairs with your family. King of Cups, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces could be significant, specifically a father figure. All right. Happiness and well-being here with the energy of the sun. I see the 5 of Swords. All right. If you're happy, there's no need for any more conflict. Okay. Things are turning in your favor with the Wheel of Fortune here. All right. Whatever the investment was, it looks like things are working out great. All right. There could have something to do with resources with that Saturn and Taurus energy, some sort of large financial gain possibly heading your way, or you having some sort of investment and investing wisely. Okay. Doing something risky, taking a chance. Who's the tiger? Do I have a tiger in my room? That I am the tiger. Okay. Should I be afraid? Because I'm not. All right. Who's the tiger? The devil. Okay. So this could be a Capricorn energy here. Again, having a lot to do. 10th house energy. Saturn. It is, again, reputation, public image. All right. So I don't know if someone tried to distort your character. All right. Don't involve yourself with toxic energies. All right. Anything that has a lot to do with you being in your ego and or your pride. All right. Let's see. Plenty of material things here with the bowl. Looks like a lot of prosperity might be coming in. All right. 3 of Pentacles. Looks like you're choosing to collaborate with someone here. All right. Someone that has a position of authority specifically. We're looking at Mars and Capricorn energy there. Could be dealing with something that has to do with the government specifically. All right. Bringing structure into working together with something. All right. Let's see these changes in your life that are coming through. So that full moon in Capricorn could have been of significance as I'm looking at this moon card here. Heavy on the Capricorn energy out here as well as in the Aquarian energy. All right. Yeah, there's this energy of needing to defend and or protect yourself with this Mars and Leo. All right. Again, has a lot to do with ego and pride. And someone that had to invest their time, their energy, their resources into something. It looks like you're being protected overall or trying to protect a mother figure, wherever this King of Cups is. All right. Let's see advice from a friend. Advice from a friend. Specifically that Scorpio. All right. Maybe you've gone through some sort of transformation and where there was a specific ending. All right. Here we have a King of Wands, Aries, Leo, and or Sag. All right. So it looks like the beef is up. That's what I feel. All right. As long as you continue to persevere to overcome whatever problem you are having here, possibly with the government, possibly having to do with the father figure, whatever the conflict is about, it looks like things are turning out in your favor. All right. Don't forget, people are still watching you. Okay. Whoever's watching you. All right. Let's see. Persevere and you'll overcome this problem. Two of Swords. All right. I'm seeing there's something that you have to do here. You have to face your fear with something, and then you end up on the other side celebrating. Okay. Page of Pentacle. There could be a child involved. There could be someone trying to get a message across. All right. There could be an opportunity that's being presented here in the near future as there's plans for some sort of change coming in. As I split the deck again, here we have Saturn. Okay. In retrograde, it will retrograde back into the sign of Pisces, which Neptune right now retrograding as well in the sign of Aries will step back into Pisces, has a lot to do with introspection, okay? So this is like a review of the 12th house, all right? Things that are hidden, all right, from the public eye, whatever that may be. Having a review with what your spirituality is, all right? It has a connection to love as well, all right? And anything having to do with your spiritual journey, okay? So let me clarify this King of Cups. See what's going on with this King of Cups. Ten of Swords. Someone feels that they have been betrayed or you have been betrayed by that King of Cups. Ten of Swords, all right? Let's take a look. What the Five of Swords is all about. What is all the conflict about? All the gossip about. This person loves the fuck out of you, all right? Ace of Cups. Let's see what's going on with the Devil. What is going on with the Devil? Nine of Cups. The Devil actually loves you as well. That's what it's giving. All right. It's almost like you're this person's wish fulfillment. All right. I don't know who the Devil is, but this could be the person, all right, that wants to come in and give you plenty of material things. This could be someone that you're trying to collaborate with here. All right. Let's take a look at the Three of Pentacles. Who is this person? Why do they want some sort of authority over you? Could be that you hold some sort of leadership in your energy. I don't know. All right. And they ain't fucking around either. The Knight of Swords. It's like they're coming for you. All right. Maybe this is something that you feel you're being attacked. All right. I don't know, you guys. Let's see what's going on. Could be in the workplace. Eight of Pentacles. Something having to do with Virgo's energy. How you are of service in whatever way. Heavy on the Virgo energy here with the Magician. There could have been some sort of manipulation happening in the workplace. All right. And then again, we have the Seven of Wands energy, and where the King of Cups has been trying to protect you and or defend you, being you the Empress, as it came out with the Seven of Wands, from being betrayed and or because they had some sort of involvement in the betrayal. Looks like they didn't know who they were fucking with, right? Nine of Wands, you don't give up. You're the wounded warrior out here, and things end up turning in your favor. Okay. All right. Death card. What's going on with the Scorpio? All right. Scorpio here. They could be waiting around. All right. Trying to make progress here. Trying to take a leap of faith. All right. It says, don't take any risks. This is a risk card. All right. So this could be a Scorpio trying to make some sort of progress here with you. It may not be easy. That's what the ad said. It may not be easy. Looks like I got to put some people on block. All right. Now, however this risk was taken, again, it was coming through with the energy of the devil. Okay. Someone was fucking around here, coming in to attack, or was being attacked. I don't know. There's a lot of betrayal here, a lot of the need to protect and or defend from whatever conflict was taking place. All right. And however this person is coming in and trying to end a specific situation so that they can continue to take and or make progress with you, it looks like overall it's setting them out for this brand new beginning. All right. Let's see what's going on here. Nine of Pentacles. I kind of like this energy here because it kind of shows that you can hold up your own. All right. You can, and however you're doing it, okay, however you're putting yourself out in the spotlight in the workplace specifically, there could be a lot of discrimination around you because you're holding up on your own. Okay. Maybe you're being guided by wise elders. You're taking advice, as the card says, all right, from a specific friend here. And this is how you're going to persevere and overcome whatever this problem is. I feel like somebody's guiding you through the difficulty that you've been dealing with overall. Okay. Welcome in, Chosen Divine. Marianne, welcome in. Jazz, I like your hairdo. Thanks, sweetie. It's just a little bun. All right. So persevering, you'll overcome this problem here. It looks like that King of Wands is of significance. That Aries, that Leo, or that Sag. All right. It looks like they're guiding you and giving you the information, the most significance, the most important information that's needed at this time so that you continue to build on wealth. All right. Fix things in connection to your family dynamic. All right. And or leading yourself here to long-term success. All right, you guys. Pull one more card on this and we're going to move on into Neptune energy. Star card is flying out. All right, so Aquarius's energy is here, once again, ruled by Saturn, although in the sign of Aries. All right, there just seems to be a little structure here in how you choose to present yourself out to the world. Your appearance could be of significance. All right, what you wear. All right, your attitude, your looks, your beauty, whatever you want to look at that as. All right, but Aries is a sign that is assertive. It is very much impulsive. All right, if you're going after something, right now is the time for you to bring structure and so that you can continue to move forward with lots of perseverance and lots of drive. All right, let's get into this Neptunian retrograde energy. See what's happening there. Thanks for taking over the chat, Chosen. Thank you, Sin. I love my hair too. It's finally growing back. I was a bald headed scallywag with no hair in the back. You hear me? It's growing back now. All right, you guys, let's see. Neptune retrograde. Neptune retrograde. Let's see. The dagger is here. So there could be fears, worries, and or tense situations. Maybe you feel like someone is trying to backstab you. And again, this has all to do with things that you can't see with the naked eye. Neptunian energy could literally be all an illusion. Okay? It's like Mr. Aries got a crazy. Oh, Mr. Aries got crazy. I have a moon in Aries. Are you trying to say I'm crazy too? All right, the dagger is here for this Neptune retrograde. Let's see. We have the ram coming out. All right, so here we have the Aries energy, a very stubborn, aggressive person. Or maybe you're meant to fear this person, or you're worried about this person, or you fear that there's going to be some sort of tense situation in connection with Neptune being in the sign of Aries. All right, this is all about yourself. Neptune is kind of like living your reality, not in the imagination of whatever it is. I mean, it's great to create, all right, but Aries can definitely be very, very stubborn, as it's coming out here with the ram. Maybe there is an Aries that's trying to backstab you. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Here we have dog far away. So this person could be at a distance from you. This distant friend is thinking of you, is what the card says. All right, so you're possibly on this person's mind. All right, if you guys have that telepathic connection, or that spiritual connection with Neptune being in return. This person could have you on their mind. Maybe you're popping up in their dreams, that type of thing. All right. Let's see. Muddled, unclear thinking. So be careful, because that's normally what happens with that Neptune retrograde. All right. Your thinking can be very much unclear. All right. You said this person's a narcissistic. Let's see. The dog close up. What's going on with all the dogs? Okay. This could be someone that you see as pleasure with a close friend. Or maybe they feel that way about you. Even though they're fucking stubborn and aggressive, they still think about you. There must be some sort of unclear thinking. All right. Maybe you fear that this person is going to come in and backstab you or something like that. All right. Something here about getting back to basics. All right. And you could be waiting on some sort of news package and or a letter from this person that is thinking of you. Down at the bottom of the deck, take care. Enemies are working against you. Why is it always like that? Right? Like, why is it always like that? Let's see. Could be someone that you work with in a specific organization that's trying to send you out this message. I've seen the Eight of Wands. This definitely is going to be someone that is at a distance. Okay. What is all the fears, worries, and or tense situations about? Four of Cups. Someone feels that, whether this is you and or them, that they've missed out on some sort of opportunity here. All right. It kind of feels like a tower moment, them not being around you, emotionally connected to you. All right. They could be discontent with the pathway that they're going down at this time. And again, they're thinking of you. Okay. If they created some sort of tower moment in your life because they were acting stubborn and aggressive, this person is possibly contemplating on reviewing their actions or the way that they treated you. All right. Maybe you didn't deserve that. Let's see. Who's this Ram? Who's this Aries? Who's this stubborn, aggressive person? Nine of Pentacles. It looks like someone that really doesn't need you around. Person could possibly like to do everything independently. They like to be free. All right. Or there could have been some sort of involvement in the workplace where you were or them were being discriminated. Venus and Virgo energy. All right. I don't know if you guys were having some sort of love affair or something at work, or that was what the gossip was all about. All right. Let's see. This distant friend is thinking of you with the dog far away. All right. Aquarius is coming out. So either they're thinking of an Aquarius or an Aquarius is thinking about this Aries. Heavily entrapped in their mind about this lover. All right. Knight of Cups. So this could be muddled, unclear thinking that's happening right now. All right. That's what the Eight of Swords would be all about. It'll be like a self-sabotaging kind of connection. All right. That you may have had. Maybe you feel spiritually connected to this person. You hope, you dream, you wish, and have faith that this person comes back around, or something having to do with your healing as well. With the Star card energy, let's look into the muddled, unclear thinking. All right. High Priestess. All right. So whatever it is that your intuition is leading you here, just be sure that you are not in this energy of a delusional state of mind. Okay. Let's look at this energy with pleasure of a close friend. Temperance. A Sagittarian could be of significance to you. All right. Be patient. Focus more so on the healing. I see a lot of mutable energy coming out here. I have Virgo. I have Sagittarius as well as Pisces in this specific reading. All right. So something requires for you to be adaptable, versatile, a little bit more. I don't know. It's giving me like a sensitive type of energy. This is something that you want to get back to basics with after dealing with some sort of, I don't know, maybe someone made you feel rejected or neglected, or they didn't care about your feelings. You know what I'm saying? All right, so let's get back to basics. What's this all about? Yeah, it's all about the past. All right, past tense situations could have been it. All right, this could be someone that you either grew up with, all right, that you've known for a very long time. You have like nostalgic memories about this person. All right, you possibly, again, you're thinking about them, you're dreaming about them, that type of thing. All right, let's waiting on for this news package and or a letter. Is it ever going to come through? Let's find out. Yes, it will. The sun says yes. All right, so in the specific spread, I'm seeing Aquarius, Pisces, Sagittarius, Virgo, Scorpio, Cancer, and the energy of Leo as well. Libra down at the bottom of the deck. Possibly if you're dealing with like bringing things back into balance, if you are going through some sort of healing phase, if you are, you know, in partnership with this person for whatever reason, contracted for whatever reason, all right, it looks like something ends up coming back into balance, even if you're dealing with the legal issue as well with Libra energy there. All right, there could have been something happening overall that was supposed to be kept a secret. I just saw the Seven of Cups. I'm going to pull one more, and we're going to move on to Pluto retrograde energy. All right, Five of Pentacles. Could be dealing with a sense of poverty at this time, feeling difficult to find a job. You could be unemployed, all right, and it could be that you're going after some sort of passion here, all right, something that you're passionate about. Okay, get out of this. I don't know who that enemy that's working in the background, but they're watching. That's pretty much what it was. Let's do Kipper for this Pluto retrograde phase. All right, what's going on? As I split the deck, I saw the mature woman here. All right, so again, Pluto ruling over the 8th house has a lot to do with transformation, has a lot to do with debt, okay? Anything in review in the 8th house. Organized religions as well. So if it's a spiritual thing, all right, let's see what's going on. Goddess of the water says, I know they watching. Okay. Don't be scared, boo. Pluto retrograde energy. What's going on here? I got a notification. Aquarius, you were always meant to meet. Their eyes light up only for you. I don't know what that's all about. All right, but it's coming through as I'm clarifying this Pluto retrograde in Aquarius energy. Let's find out. Show me what I need to see for Pluto retrograde. Thief. Sudden wealth. So it has a lot to do with your inheritance as well in the 8th house. Somebody stole your money. They about to come to the light real quick. All right. Somebody stole your money here with Pluto retrograde phase. Or that's what you're going to find out about. The 24th or the 11th could be of significance here. Someone's concerned about this. I also see number 33. I got two master numbers out here. 11 and 33. All right. Something having to do with a child, or if you're having some sort of brand new beginning. All right. Somebody's concerned about the sudden wealth being stolen or taken a loss. All right. And concerned about children at this time. Somebody stole your money, bitches. All right. Someone's trying to change locations at this time. I see number 9 on that change card. Somebody could be moving. Mature woman is here. All right. Or maybe you had your inheritance stolen and you had to move away from a mature woman. Something like this. All right. There's a concern about children here. Why? The main female is popping out. This main female and this mature woman keeps coming out together. All right. The main female on a specific pathway at the bottom of the deck. Privileged lady. Okay. Well. It looks like whoever stole that money, they didn't stop the privileged lady from popping out. All right. So there's 3 different women here. A privileged lady, a main female, and a mature woman. All right. Now, what the fuck is going on here? Craziness. Who the fuck stole your money, bitches? Because we about to find out right now. We about to find out. I see Moon in Cancer. I see the Page of Swords. All right. Could be someone in your family, specifically a feminine energy. Mother figure, 4th house energy. That new moon in Cancer, all right, that took place this month of, I hope it was in July. Might have been in May. I don't remember. I mean, in June. I don't remember. But that could have been of significance. Show me the thief. Who is the thief? Or what was it that they stole in connection to your son and wealth? Show me the thief. Jupiter and Capricorn. Someone tried to control something. Control you receiving some sort of gift. All right, some sort of inheritance, some sort of equal give and take here with resources specifically. All right, it looks like someone was very much balanced over here with the scales, and the other one was poor as fuck asking for money. Somebody stole your inheritance. All right. The Magician and the Seven of Wands. It looks like a Gemini is involved here, or a Virgo. That Mars and Leo transit could have been of significance. Someone tried to either defend and or protect themselves. All right. Show me the sudden wealth. Where did it go? Where did the sudden wealth go? It's just showing me Pluto. They're going to be judged for this. Don't worry. Okay. They're going to be judged for this. 26 could be of significance. I'm seeing 2 and 6. And or the 20th could be of significance as well, with judgment being here. All right. Let's see. Show me what changed. Who's changing locations? Who's moving? Who's doing something here? The connection to this mature woman. What's happening with the change card? Relocation, I'm hearing. The devil. All right. They changed something around. Something took place here with the Capricorn. Someone has some sort of involvement with someone's career. All right. Possibly with the government. I don't know. Let's see what's going on. Show me one more on the devil in connection to change. Someone tries to control someone's help, assistance, support, something like that. All right. Maybe they were concerned about children in this main female. All right. Could be a mother figure, a daughter, a mother figure, a wife, something like that. Yeah. 2 of Swords. They didn't want some sort of involvement, all right, with this devil energy. So they chose to change something or change or relocate, something like that. Okay. I see a lot of 2s here. A lot of 2s. King of Swords. It looks like if they were going up against someone with a position of authority, would have been a judge, would have been a police officer, would have been just a lawyer. Something about that. It looks like someone changed their mind, okay, with some sort of involvement about a child. Page of Wands. All right. Show me the mature woman. Show me the mature woman. Queen of Pentacles. This person would be definitely the one that's seen as stealing someone's inheritance, okay? She's sitting as very wealthy here, overly abundant, and it's coming out with judgment. Yeah. Saturn and Pisces transit could have been of significance. This person told you to get the fuck out of the house, okay? This is a leaving home card. That's why I say that. All right. Emotionally withdrawn. This person would not give a fuck about what's happening here. This would have been seen as somebody that has discipline in their emotional state, that doesn't give a shit about anybody else, especially if it has to do with family. You and your lover, your love life, your children, your home, your family, whatever. Okay? Temperance. Angels are watching over all of this. All right? What is the major concern here? What's the major concern? Milo, I don't have anything for you, baby. I really don't. I have nothing. Show me the concern. The children. All right, major concern. It could have been involving the money for the children. All right, ending a chapter in connection to a specific child. Okay, the world card there. This was this person's wish fulfillment. Did they try to end a chapter for you and a child? Or their desire was to take that child. All right, something was delayed overall. Okay, looks like someone's coming through and expressing the energy of love. All right, or there could be someone focusing in on self-love at this time. Milo, enough. Enough. Show me the child. Show me the child. This would have been the father figure of this child. Okay. Could be dealing with a Sagittarius. Could be dealing with an Aries. All right. Something requires patience here. Something requires some sort of healing. Maybe this is a child that desires healing. All right. In connection to this father figure. All right. Something deceptive happening on the other side. Maybe this is what you're going to find out here with this Pluto being in retrograde. Again, introspection needs to take place here. All right. And this is the reason why someone needs to move themselves away either from a toxic environment in which someone either doesn't know about or they have to face a fear about moving. Could be that father figure in those children. All right. Let's see. Show me the main female. Show me the main female. Delayed. All right, Knight of Pentacles, slow on resources. All right, possibly again, we've seen that the energy of someone going through difficulty with resources. Okay, could be this main female. Ten of Cups, something being delayed with this person's family, this person's happiness, this person's emotional balance. All right, waiting around. That's what we're looking at. Waiting around, just waiting and waiting. All right, so what's the pathway? Where are we heading here with this pathway? Because it looks like if you're sticking to delays, that pathway is leading someone here to a privileged lady. Show me the pathway, or whatever pathway someone's on. All right, Jupiter and Gemini's transit could have been of significance here. Someone wanted this person on the pathway to self-entrapment. Some sort of burden could have been something that was very, very difficult to carry. All right, and then we see this King of Pentacles. All right, I don't know if this has to do with something. I don't know. I see a King of Pentacles and a King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sag, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energies. All right. This could have some sort of involvement in starting up a business as well, if you were seen as a leader. All right. Something's been very, very difficult, very much delayed in this person obtaining their resources because of whatever is happening in connection to the children, the father figure, whoever this mature woman is, whoever stole the inheritance, however the support is supposed to come in, however this is all happening. It's drama here. That's what it feels like. Okay. Show me the privileged lady. Show me the privileged lady. All right. That privileged lady, something's coming up. Either something is ending for that privileged lady, and or a Scorpio is involved. Planning here with the energy of strength. There's a different plan coming up in Leo season specifically. Okay. Hangman energy again. Heavy on the water energy over here. I don't know. Someone has the ability to transform, to gain a different perspective overall. What does that have to do with the situation? Why is this a privileged lady? Yeah. It has something to do with someone having psychic abilities or the connection specifically to a Pisces and or a Scorpio. All right. The Knight of Cups, King of Cups, the Hangman energy, heavy on the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy here with this privileged lady. All right. Maybe this privileged lady has the ability to cross over and communicate through the subconscious state. Okay. King of Swords. Maybe there's some sort of restriction because of that. I don't know. Let's pull a little bit more on that privileged lady. She may have a gift. Okay. Nine of Swords. There could be some sort of going back and forth, some sort of controversy here that causes some sort of delay because of stress. All right. Damn. I mean, there's nothing but literally conflict surrounding this energy. This Queen of Wands here. This is a different person coming out with the Ten of Cups. Maybe this person does something creatively. All right. Is in the spotlight for whatever reason. Very confident in what they do. Emotionally balanced. All right. Gemini's energy being here. Maybe there's some sort of communication that comes through. Maybe there's a choice that they have to make. Maybe they're involved with a lover. I don't know. All right. But I'm seeing here the Death card, the King of Cups, the Chariot, the Knight of Cups. With the Hangman, this is all Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, heavy on the water energy this way. And where this person is dealing with nothing but conflict and a shitload of arguments, that's keeping this person consistently having to deal with stress. All right. But this person's privileged. So whatever kind of skill that they have, it's coming out in majors that there's a transformation. This person has gained different perspective, and this person is on a successful pathway that has been led for everyone else to believe around them that they're entrapped in their mind and they're doing nothing but burdening themselves. But once again, let's take a clear look at what took place first. Someone stole someone's inheritance. You got it? All right. Let's move on. Let's move on. So again, it looks like whoever is dealing with that Sun and Wealth is being judged here. All right. All these damn women coming out. What are these women doing out here? People stealing their damn inheritances and shit. Who's behind that privileged lady? High honor. That privileged lady is supposed to be in high honor right now. This person could be receiving some sort of promotion. All right. Brand new job. Something. All right. Being seen as a leader in whatever way. All right. What do I have left? We did Saturn. We did Neptune. We did Pluto. Let's get into this Mercury retrograde what is it? The pre-phase, all right? The pre-shadow phase. Let's get into spill the tea with this one. Spill the tea on this one. Let's see what's happening here because they haven't arrived yet. All right. We're looking at the 18th. Where are we on that day with the moon cycle? July the 18th. We would be the day after we have that last quarter moon in Aries, and then we will be ingressing with the moon in Taurus and then exaltation. I like it. All right. Let's see. So Mercury is going to retrograde once again in the sign of Leo. All right. There could be a lot of drama specifically taking place. All right. Again, Mercury having a lot to do with, I just told you guys, news, rumors, communication, transportation. Maybe there has something to do with, visitors. I don't know. Something like that. Ragnar said, put some clothes on. Hold on. Don't mind your fucking business. How about that? I'm sorry if my boobs are too attractive. All right. So we're spreading positivity while Mercury is in retrograde. All right. We got hidden agendas out here. Someone has a hidden motive. I wonder what it is. All right. Just keep radiating your positive energy and being an influence to other people. Okay. You out here spilling the fucking beans. Period. Someone is about to reveal everything. No holds barred. All right. Let's see what's going on. Somebody needs to learn how to respect your motherfucking boundaries. Straight up. Hold on a second, you guys. Okay. Carolyn said, period. All right. So spreading positivity, hitting agendas. You out here spilling the fucking beans on these bitches. They need to learn how to respect their boundaries or your boundaries. Okay. All right. Someone here is in the energy of a protective shell. This would be like Seven of Wands energy. It's like you have to continue to defend and or protect yourself because you're radiating positive energy. I don't understand. Okay. Unexpected revelation. It looks like a shocking revelation is going to change one's perspective. Okay. So maybe what you're speaking about. All right. Or whoever are those that are spreading rumors and you're bringing the truth and clarity to a situation because you're spilling the beans. They don't fucking like it. Okay. There's some sort of inner conflict here that someone is dealing with. It says inner conflict makes decision making difficult. Again, Mercury has a lot to do with making decisions. Okay. That would be like a Nine of Swords type of energy. It's like there's controversy here on whether you want to have this argument or go back and forth with this person. There's no reason to. All right. It causes nothing but depression, anxiety, stress that is actually not needed. So, you know what I'm saying? You're going to find new alliances. There's going to be new people, new business partners, however the hell. All right. Mercury has all to do with, again, it's siblings, it's your cousins, it's people in your local community. It has all to do with transportation, however the hell. Okay. If this is whatever you're doing with the business, it says new alliances are going to bring you support and brand new opportunities. Don't you worry. All right. Review time. Whoever doesn't serve you gets the fuck on. You heard? All right. So, show me spreading positivity here. Let's get one for the most significant in this specific spread. Past life echoes. Some connections or feelings feel like echoes from a past life. So it could be something that you're dealing with that you're fucking tired of, all right? It says the facade of concern. Someone's concern may not be sincere. They have ulterior motives. It's out here twice. All right? You've uncovered this person's truth. You have some sort of evidence or something. I don't know. Maybe this person has you fucking digging in the trash can 222 on the fucking clock. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, okay? You're spilling the beans on the bullshit because you're tired of dealing with the bullshit from past life. All right? It's giving a soft note and Virgo type energy. If you're dealing with workplaces and karmic situations and challenges from the past, fuck them all, okay? That's where I feel. Fuck them all. Mm-mm-mm. All right, let's see. Show me spreading positivity. Keep radiating that positive energy and influence out to the world. All right, you're going to be finding new alliances here that's going to come in and support you and bring you brand new opportunities. Show me spreading positivity. You're going through some sort of transformation. All right. It's a major ending to a brand new beginning. And it looks like you're on the other side. You're doing something independently. You don't need anybody. All the work that you put in is all the work that you get back. You reap what you've sown. That's what the Nine of Pentacles is all about. All right. Nine of Cups, Nine of Pentacles. You could be at the end of a chapter. This is positive. This has to do with your earthly vibes and the way that you feel emotionally. This could have a lot to do with your possessions, your finances. All right. Opportunities that come in that are like a wish fulfillment for you. All right, but who is it that has this damn hidden agenda? Someone with this hidden motive. All right, who's this? I don't know. That motherfucker ugly as hell. I know that. Someone trying to control you. It's giving Jupiter Capricorn energy. Someone that is trying to control you. You're spilling the beans on these bitches. All right. Something's about to be revealed here that's been needing to be known. Maybe it is connected to this past life issue. All right. Let's see. Who's spilling the beans out here? What is it all about? Ace of Pentacles. All right. You're going to have the opportunity to do so. All right. You're going to have the opportunity to do so. It could be a workplace that possibly betrayed you. All right. Someone in your family in connection to your community. Something about it. All right. With that Ace of Pentacles. I don't know. Maybe someone's going to spill the beans about an opportunity that was supposed to be presented to you. All right. Maybe someone did steal your inheritance. Okay. But this is someone that knows they have to respect your boundaries, or at least they had to find out real fucking quick. Okay. Well, find out today. Something like that. Tyrone, welcome in, sweetie. All right. Boundaries respected. Let's see what's going on. All right. Boundaries respected says the other person respects your personal space and or boundaries. All right. So it's coming out the new alliance card under boundaries respected. These are going to people that are actually presenting you with brand new opportunities once again. All right. Let's see. Boundaries respected. We have the Four of Cups. If you reject this bitch, all right, if you feel that you want nothing to do with them or you don't want to accept their offer, you don't have to. All right, you don't have to. Somebody may feel like, oh, well, this person, I try to show them love, but no, because obviously Cancer's energy, if it has to do with your family or someone that's closest to you that has made this disrupted the energy of your comfort or your emotional stability, why the fuck would you be around this person? Right? Okay. So this is someone that knows is like, leave me the fuck alone type of energy. I want nothing to do with you, right? They have no choice but to learn today. All right, protective shell. Someone is keeping their true emotions hidden for self-protection. Let's see. Maybe this is you. You don't want to let people know how you feel because there's no point to do so. You want nothing to do with them. Something like that. Show me this protective shell. Yeah, maybe it is you. Because you feel like you don't need anybody. You're so used to doing things on your own independently. You feel free. You feel transformed. You feel like the minute you let somebody in, they're automatically trying to control you or control your resources or trying to fuck you over in some sort of way. All right? You're like, I'll take a risk. I'll go do things out on my own. Heavy Aquarian energy. All right? Uranus is all about, I'm done with chaos. I want change. That's what Uranus is all about. Full heart energy. All right? And now people are trying to come through and possibly send out an apology and saying, I'm sorry. All right. Because they changed their perspective about you. Okay. After trying to control you, trying to be manipulative, trying to put you in situations where it felt like it was so difficult for you to move on from something. Okay. Got a lot of pentacles out here and a lot of water energy. So this could have a lot to do, once again, with your practical life, meaning your material life. All right, whether this is work, whether it's family, whether it's stability, a foundation, water energy, your emotions, how you've transformed, how to deal with someone emotionally. Spirit is giving me the sun. All right, Spirit is giving me the sun with justice, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Nine of Swords. All right, so when truth and clarity comes out, and you finally step into your happiness, and you find your balance, and you know that things have been delayed because of all the damn stress that you deal with, people are definitely going to see you in a different perspective and how happy you are now. Okay? It's like you're already transformed. You're on to the next stage. All right? Now, show me this inner conflict. Because it's like it's difficult to make this decision because these could be people that you're very close to. These could be people that are in your family. These could be close friends. Could be co-workers that you've worked with forever, right? Something happens here where you have to like go after new alliances, people that actually support you and lead you to brand new opportunities. All right. Show me inner conflict. Seven of Swords. It looks like there's a lot of deception around you. Could be because of jealousy. Could be because it's envy. Because people want to strategize against you for whatever damn reason. I don't know. All right. For whatever reason. The Hierophant. All right. This could be your spiritual community. Possibly. All right. This means that you are either stepping into your community as a teacher and or, a student. It doesn't matter. Let's say you do something independently and you are at a higher rank than someone else. That doesn't necessarily mean you have more sense of power. It means that you belong to a specific community. These could be people that are jealous and or envious of that. All right. And are dealing with their own inner conflicts because for whatever reason, they may not be on the right path. I don't know. Okay. We just spoke about that in the last reading. Go check it out in the collective reading. That was big deal. With Jupiter trining over to the moon in Pisces. All right. Jupiter in Cancer. And Jupiter in Cancer has a lot to do with being exalted there. It's supposed to bring in brand new opportunities. Big ones at that. All right. Cancer's energy has all to do with feeling nurtured, feeling supported, feeling in the energy of comfort. All right. It's a heavy feminine energy. You have love to spread with fucking Jupiter and Cancer energy. Okay. Especially when those that you're closest to. Let's be clear. Those that you're closest to. These were people in your home environment. All right. People that you actually show love to. All right. Let's see. New alliances. So you might be in a new space right now. Maybe you recently moved. Maybe, you needed a new energy around you, something that keeps you in this positive energy, this positive thinking, rather than dealing with nothing but a damn bunch of conflict. All right. So again, this could be a new workplace you're stepping into. Maybe you feel that, you're going to bring some sort of positive changes to the company. I don't know. It's all about you and how you're dealing with past life issues. All right. Let's see these new alliances that are bringing supportive opportunities in. I like it. Temperance, Sagittarian energy. So maybe you are going to college. Maybe you're learning something new. Maybe, you have this new spiritual belief, all right? A new philosophy in life. And you want to feel part of this new community. And these are people that believe in what you say. They want to support you, okay? They want to give you all the knowledge and wisdom that you need, all right? And it looks like you are stepping into the next ascension, the next level for you to be awakened to your brand new beginning. And it feels supportive this time around. Okay. So some connections or feelings feel like echoes from the past, and someone's concern may not be sincere. They could have hidden and or ulterior motives. All right. Let's see. Coming through with your workplace. Coming through with your workplace. Eight of Pentacles. All right. Maybe you've mastered a skill already. And again, people don't like that about you. They're like, who the hell you think you are? Nobody told you to come in here thinking you run shit. I'm just saying. It's a lot of people. Like, let's just say Saturn's going to bring structure in, right? And then you're going to get a person that comes in and is learning more about something and has all this, drive and ambition and takes over your position. And it kind of feels like, all right, listen, I don't fucking like you. You came in and you stole my job. It happened to me. I mean, it all happens to everybody, right? You lose interest in something, it's because you're being driven to something else. Everybody is supposed to go after a brand new beginning. All right? Different opportunities. So what's the ulterior motive in this damn workplace that it feels like you're dealing with a past life echo? It happens to me at every job. I lie to you not. It happens to me at every single job. I go in there, I get a position of authority. People don't like my attitude. I get fucking tired of dealing with people and I try to be nice. And then I end up doing everybody's fucking job and then I'm kicked the hell out the door. You see what I'm saying? It's weird. Thank you, Chosen. Because I was about to curse him the fuck out. All right. So who's this putting on some sort of facade? Who's this putting on some sort of facade? Could be an Aries. I don't know. Someone that's very much impulsive. All right. It looks like this person doesn't like to wait around. They like to plan things and do things specifically. All right. How they like to do them. Very much impulsive. Absolutely. All right. Heavy on the Aries energy there. This is someone that likes to have a sense of control. All right. The strength card would be basically telling you it's okay to take a step back, right? Um, Try to hold in the energy of your temper, pretty much, is what I feel. All right. But it does require for someone to be very much courageous to move forward. Something just feels like past life. Like I continue to go down this cycle and I don't know why. Uncovering some sort of truth. Maybe you were sent in to find out or to find out evidence about something or something that may have been taking place that someone else that had the position wasn't able to find out. All right. That's what it is. I don't know. Maybe you're a fucking spy or something. I don't know. There's this energy of Mars and Scorpio shows lots of endurance in your energy. Emotionally, you have to withdraw yourself from friends and family and go after something that gives you a little bit more balance. But you have some sort of phenomenal achievement in what you're doing, and it requires again Scorpio's energy transformation. This is Mars in Scorpio, so it's in its domicile, meaning it has the most power to have the emotional strength to be able to go through something. All right, that's very deep and transformative. All right. Something that might be like mysterious or something like that. All right. All right. Let's move on, you guys. What else did I pull out here? We're going to get into Answer Oracle. All right. Before we end this reading. So we've talked about all retrogrades. All right. We did Saturn. We did Neptune. We did Pluto. We just spoke about this Mercury retrograde phase in its pre-shadow. All right. There's some sort of evidence that could be coming out in which you are meant to discover. And I feel that you will be celebrating on the other side of that. Whatever you were seeking in, you're going to find out about it. All right. Let's go into Answer Oracle. Let's see what's going on. I see 2, 3, 4. You could be taking the next step to the next level. All right. Second house, third house, fourth house. It's giving me creativity. Maybe you're doing something with communication and you're doing it from the home environment. Okay. I don't know. Take what resonates. We'll go over Sabian symbols and where we are with these specific planets, at what degree they are retrograding in, so we know what we're heading for before we head out this reading. All right, let's see. Let's see what's going on. Answer Oracle. What do we need to know? Ask a question. Maybe it will resonate with you. Okay. Marianne, welcome in, sweetie. Something's happening, divine timing, or the timing of a situation. The deadline is here. Maybe you continue to see synchronizations about something. Maybe you feel like you're in the moment. Maybe this feels like it's the perfect timing. All right, to end one situation and starting something new. I'm seeing the television here, so this is kind of giving me more on the Mercury retrograde energy. All right, maybe you feel like it's deadline time. All right, maybe this is what's being reviewed right now. Do you actually want to continue with doing what it is that you're doing? Maybe there is a lot of rumors going around. Maybe you're tired of the gossip. Maybe you're tired of cunning ass people being like tricksters in your life. Get them the fuck out your energy, right? You said, hi, I hope all is well. Everything is great. Thank you so much for your concern. All right, you guys. Let's see what else. We have reflection period here. Again, this has a lot to do with introspection. All right. So if it has anything to do with Neptunian energy and you tapping into your spirituality through confession, through prayer, through repentance, these are things that you're going to see coming up. All right. Maybe there was a deadline where you were supposed to confess about something. Maybe you prayed about something. All right. You needed to repent because you were involved in something. Maybe you kept seeing spirit is like reminding you synchronicities, like, hello, are you going to actually pray to me and say, God, I'm sorry about doing this, or go to church and I just can't. Kind of brings me back to why I don't go to church, but whatever. All right. We have perseverance here with the koi fish. All right, you got a lot of good fortune heading your way. Yin and yin yang energy brings a sense of balance. All right, and once you feel balanced, you can move forward with lots of ambition. Pisces energy is what I feel. I'm seeing Pisces fish here. Okay, so once again, we got Saturn and Neptune retrograding back into the signs of Pisces. September 1st, Saturn retrogrades into Pisces. Neptune then steps in on October 22nd into the sign of Pisces. Neptune in Pisces in its domicile, okay? So keep in mind where you choose to bring your imagination to your reality, where you choose to create. All right, how far you're going to go with this spiritual journey, and all the introspection that needs to be done during that time. All right, let's see. Here I have exam. Yeah, I feel like you're being reviewed. That's pretty much what it is. All right, you're being reviewed. It's like you're under diagnostics at this at this time. Okay. All right. Can you follow the instructions? Are you going to do what Spirit told you to do? Do you have faith? All right. There could be a lot of instigation happening right now as well. So be careful. If you're not involved, yeah, be careful. Like, don't feel forced or feel like you need to surrender and accept what is. I feel like you kind of just, focus on your path. The more positive you are, the more positive thinking you do, the better something comes out. All right. The more perseverance you are, putting into something, the more ambition you have, it can pick up very quickly. All right. So we're looking at Saturn retrograding into Pisces, with Neptune retrograding into Pisces from Virgo season into Scorpio season specifically. All right. So I'm seeing earth and water once again, practical life and your emotional life. Do something out of generosity. All right. Do something. Give with an open heart. Offer without something expected in return. Show unconditional love. All right. Maybe these are things that divine timing is here for you to do. All right. Start to align yourself. Be a little bit more open. Start bringing harmony into your life. Start collaborating with others. This is how you're going to attract new love. All right. A lot of abundance, a lot of wealth, good luck, and blessings coming your way. All right. Once you're in alignment, you feel like you're destined, or you're on your destined path. Let's see. All right. Be careful with secrets at this time. All right. Be careful with secrets. I think we picked up on that. I said something about the Seven of Cups. There's something around you that it could have been kept in disguise. Maybe this is what you want to know. All right. We went back and we were speaking about someone stealing your inheritance. Maybe it feels like a secret. Maybe you want to know about it. All right. Something feels like there's a hidden treasure somewhere. Okay. Let's see. And then we have limit. So we spoke about the word limit. It had a lot to do with structure, right? Saturn energy. So maybe you have a boundary up. Maybe you feel like things are speeding up too fast. Maybe you want to slow that down. All right. Maybe something feels explosive and where it's like, wait, I wasn't expecting that to come in. I need to bring structure and foundation to this specific, situation, whatever it may be. Okay. They both want to come out. Be a little bit more flexible. We spoke about that. I was seeing heavy mutable energy. It says bend but do not break, and shift with grace. Okay. So there's something here that's changing in your life. It wants to bring in this energy of purity. All right. Maybe you want to move in the energy of innocence. You want to be all holy and shit. Okay. You want to move in the energy of humility and virtue, and that's perfectly fine. All right. Don't let other people take you off your path if that's the journey that you choose to go down, especially if you're in reflection mode at this time. Prayer. Stay prayed up. All right. There's something here having to do with keeping something in concealment, something disguised, something secret. Okay. Maybe you were misleading someone. All right. Or someone was out there cheating. I don't know. Maybe you're going to follow. You're going to find out about it, and you need to follow some sort of rules and or laws having to do with whatever it is that could be somehow causing some sort of hurricane in your life. Some sort of chaos, upheaval, destruction, sudden disasters. All right. Comply with some rules if you want to fucking avoid a tower moment, is what I'm feeling like they're the same. All right. There's unwritten rules out this bitch. You need to follow them. They're like spiritual laws out here or something like that. What I feel. I'm going to split it one more time. All right. Having to do with betrayals. This could be with breakups, divorces, infidelity. All right. Especially if you're involved with old acquaintances. If you have old debt, pay that bitch back. Okay. Something here about recollections and or prejudices. All right. Let's move forward. Let's move forward. Let me get into Sabian symbols and where we're heading. All right. Let's start off with Saturn. The most recent retrograde phase is at 1 degree and 55 minutes, going back towards the first degree of Aries. Okay, take a look. So heading back into the first degree of Aries, we have a woman rises out of water, a seal rises and embraces her. This is all about the recognition of your potential. It says the emergence out of the realm of potentiality into the realm of your reality. So this is like step out of the imagination and step into the energy of your reality. All right. Becoming the essence seed of your soul's incarnation. Everything that ever comes to pass has had its first beginning in the realm of potentiality. The ghost of an idea not formed, neither expressed nor explicit, yet in seed form, containing the unconscious potential for mature realization. The vast majority of seeds are not germinated and so fail to realize their potential. In the beginning, to become an individual, we need to emerge from the sea of the collective unconsciousness to leave the quote unquote womb. First, the desire is simply to be because it is still far from certain whether survival itself can be attained. This speaks about the realization. It says knowledge of polarity awakens the power to create something out of nothing. All right. Um, let's look into Neptune. It's currently at 2 degrees and 8 minutes of Aries. So we're going to be heading directly back to the second degree. As we just read the first degree of Aries, we're going to look at the second degree of Aries. Speaks about a comedian entertaining a group. This has all to do with the adjustment to feedback, becoming able to see ourselves objectively from another's viewpoint. So maybe people are criticizing you a lot, Mars and Virgo energy, right? Objectivity arises when we come to see that we exist within an extended sphere of reality, and when we can laugh at how insignificant we actually are within that inestimable cosmic world, we see how silly is our prideful self love, and within the context of the greater picture, how irrelevant are our personal thoughts and feelings. It is a great leap forward on the path to realization when we realize self importance. So there's something here that's asking you to release. Life is the mirror that shows us who and what we are. Okay, let's take a look at Pluto at the second degree and 50 minutes, okay, of Aquarius. We're going to look at the second degree of Aquarius and where it's retrograding back. Let's take a look. All right, so we're looking here at an unexpected thunderstorm. So that's kind of what it was just giving me in the deck, right? Avoiding some sort of destruction or disaster in your life, some sort of upheaval. It says, all life is ephemeral. Even though we want to cement our lives into secure structure, nature always wins in the end. Go ahead and try to think you got some shit under control and you really don't, right? Submission to unforeseen and uncontrollable forces. Nature is a constant existential challenge to the works of people, fires, floods, winds that tear down our strongest building in moments, and time itself erodes everything eventually. By this fact, we are reminded not only how small and insignificant we are, but how magnificent is any creation that stands against nature. For a while, yet also we remember the need to develop inwardly and the strength to be able to cope with it all. So we already know nature came in and destructed for those down in, I believe it was in Texas. All right, prayers for those that are dealing with difficulties over in that area. And my condolences for those that have lost their loved ones. But there seems to be something here about accidents, okay? So with optimism and confidence, setbacks are always going to further our ends is what it speaks about. All right. Let's take a look at Mercury in retrograde phase and its pre-shadow. All right. So Mercury is going retrograde on the 18th. Give me 1 second. It looks like it's going to be at 15 degrees and 34 minutes. So we're going to look at Mercury and Leo at 15 degrees. Let's see. All right. So it speaks about a pageant. In the Sabian symbol, it says drama. Certain aspects of our true emotional nature can only be released and expressed in a collective ritual setting. Dramatization of collective spiritual values. With mastery of careful planning that old age understands as expedient, and the spontaneity that youth knows to be joyful, a public demonstration of one's spiritual station can be shown. The soul and personality together in accord creates the possibility of such power as can be sway multitudes, especially when applied to the dramatization of collective values. All right, so this is about you in the energy of demonstration. It says revelation is the creation of treasure. All right, so that's what I've got for you guys with these retrograde phase or phases. Okay, so once again, Mercury is not just yet, but it has been in its retrograde pre-shadow phase since June the 30th. All right, I'm feeling like one more quick spread as we head out. I am having to prepare for a possible hurricane. Cindy, don't say that. You're going to make me go crazy over here. Welcome in, Steph. You're welcome, Carolyn. Appreciate you guys hanging in here. I know I read a lot, but I like to do that. All right, let's see. One more spread before we go, you guys. Ace of Wands. The Hermit. Looks like you got all the wisdom that you need here. You're being guided by the elders. All right, Temperance. I like it. I see heavy on the mutable here. These are like spiritual protectors around you. I like it. The Magician. Looks like as above, so below. Whatever you put out there is what you get back. And it looks like you have a lot of passion for something with this Ace of Wands. All right. Looks like you're manifesting with the universe. All right. Speaking and connecting to your angels and your spirit guides. I like this. The energy of the sun is here. You're positive. All right. You're happy. The Empress. You have so much abundance and energy in you right now at this time. All right. You could have been experiencing lots of heartbreak, loss, and separation, but it kept you in this energy of sacrificing and devoting to your spiritual journey here as well. All right. And 10 of Wands. You do something and you do something to fulfillment, boo boo. All right. Screw all those people that want to create the conflict and gossip and want to detach. Let them all go. Let them all go because it's stopping your flow. Start to move on. So it goes from the Five of Swords to the Six of Swords. I like that. Continue to be original with Mercury and Aquarian energy here. All right. Focus on getting away, traveling, maybe going over a body of water could be of significance. Okay. To rejuvenate your energy. I like it. All right. Heavy on the intellect there. Continue focusing, remaining concentrated on whatever your journey is that you're on. I love you all, and I'll catch